Live from Miami, Florida. It's the Money Making Monday Show with your host, Carlos. I got calls in different areas. I got calls in different areas.
My mic was muted, so let's do that again. What's going on? Happy Money Making Mondays. If you can hear me loud and clear now, can you guys do me a favor and can you comment one? Because today we have some major knowledge that is going to be shared with you guys. But first of all, let's make sure that the tech and everything is working fine. So if you guys can hear me and see me, do me a favor and just comment, type in one, type in good to go. Okay, I see it coming through. Sardar, how's it going? Hey, it's great. Maybe here's something where I can help out. Thanks, please advise. Clayton, my man, good to go. Love it. Joshua can hear us loud and clear. People are lately been watching a lot from YouTube. So I love that. So if you're watching on Facebook, type in Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, type in YouTube. If you're watching on LinkedIn, type in LinkedIn. I want to know where you guys are watching from. John, what's good, my man? Good to go, loud and clear. Yo, do me a favor, and right above you or below you, you should see a link that says Give StreamYard access to see your profile. And then click on that. That way, I can see like my boy John right here. I can see your name and your picture. So let's do that. Facebook, good to go. All right. Yo, let me ask this real quick. How many of you know or are into or are using artificial intelligence at the moment to either generate content or use it to enhance your current ad copies or your media buying? However you're using it, if you're into AI, then this call is all about AI, how you can use it in pay-per-call. And I want you guys to, I know that you can't really do a round of applause because we're virtually and stuff, but you can put emojis like, yay, because I want you guys to help me introduce my boy, Micah Berkley. Micah, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing?
Welcome. I think this is this is not your first time.
No, I don't think it's my first time jumping on. I've jumped on with you.
Okay,
maybe my first time streaming, but I've been in the room with you several times.
Yeah, got it. I was asking you before we went live, like, are you nervous?
Yeah, a little nervous. But so the funny thing is that I had some work done at my house, so I had to run down to the library to get some internet. So don't mind if you see some strange people walk behind me.
All right. Just get in the flow. You're good to go. Andrews, what's up, buddy? He's watching from YouTube. Just use chatbot to generate, or chat. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, chatbot to generate dynamic keyword insertion on my lander this weekend. It's crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. That's how you get that 10 out of 10 quality score in Google. I used to do that back in the flight dates when I will insert all kind of stuff, and then for plumbing, for dental services, you name it, and my quality score will be like through the roof. Which, by the way, I found out that the plugin that I was using, it's no longer available or for sale. It's a good thing that we got like a lifetime license. We kind of have to look into that. Anyways, don't want to get off subject here. Micah, tell me, what's up? What are we going to be learning today?
So today we're going to go over a few things. First of all, the gentleman, Yashu, who just mentioned Chat GPT. It's a new AI tool that was released recently. That's absolutely insanely amazing. I wish I actually had that on my radar for this week's conversation. Next time we speak about AI again, I'm gonna make sure I have Chat GPT on there because it's such an incredible tool. It's so intelligent, and it's I I think it's going to be the future of conversation in terms of being able to converse with a chat bot in terms of vocally, like using voice, and it's fluid. It's so fluid that it's amazing. But yeah, today we're just gonna go over some new tools that are out. Some of the tools are not that new, but they might be new to you, and the way we're using them is gonna be new. So, yeah, I think we should just jump right into it. So, are we good to go? I think you're muted.
Nah, we're not jumping right into it, man. This chat is dead. There's nobody typing in. There's no hype, and you're about to drop like insane amount of information and how you can use it and monetize it, and in the right hands how this can turn into a bunch of traffic, which in the right hands can turn into a bunch of revenue deposited into your bank account. So
Right.
nah, I'm not gonna drop this if everybody's here is half asleep. Do me a favor. I want you to put in like where you're watching from. If you're using AI, I need to see some feedback. If not, I'm gonna disconnect this. I'm gonna bounce. All right. At least we get an LOL. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if you guys don't help me out with the engagement right now, no info. You're gonna have to sign up and you're gonna have to pay like whatever. Well, how much you want to charge for this?
2,500.
2,500.
2,500.
All right, there you go. So if I don't get no engagement, it's 2,500. There, take it or leave it. Oh wow! As soon as you mention money, everybody's like, "Whoa! Wait a second! Wait a second!"
Big Dan, I see you, Dan.
Buffering. No, sir. All right. So no, I see that. Open ears and ready to hear. Love it. I'm driving and pull over in a safe spot in a gas station because what we're about to share right now, this ain't no joke. So pull over. Watching from Northeast Ohio is always jealous of the Miami weather.
Oh man, it's beautiful out here.
Hey, you gotta calm down. Mobile Alabama, not AI yet, learning. That's what it's all about. As long as you learn every day, you'll be good. Dean, what's going on? Dan, I'm sorry. What's going on, buddy? From Houston on Facebook, can't find the StreamYard button. You already have it. You know, I can see your profile and your name, so you're good to go. Bring in the fire. Atlanta in the house. I wonder if this is my boy Shannon commenting from Atlanta. Got to link up. All right, Andrew's not using AI, but I heard AI conversation generation is so real. It is. Yo, got you in 5 minutes. Let's do that. If you want to make money, but you have to invest in yourself. Watching from Pakistan, shout out to Pakistan and everybody out there. Watching from my baby mama's house, taking notes. Whatever you're watching from, let's do it. All right. I feel like, now we good. You ready, boss?
Yeah. Let's do it.
You want to share the screen?
Yeah, please.
All right. You got it. Boom.
All right, guys. So, welcome. Well, a few things I'm gonna go over today are some new tools that are, like I said, some tools that are out that are available for us to use for pay-per-call marketing, and to enhance our ads that we're creating, our ads and our creatives in our ad copy. And I also wanted to show you the magic and the power of these tools. It's absolutely amazing, right? So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. The first tool I'm gonna break down today is called Jasper. Jasper is it used to be called Jarvis back in the day. They remixed their thing. They rebranded themselves as Jasper, and it's an incredible tool. Now, this space in terms of AI tools that generate content is huge now. It's grown exponentially. Matter of fact, if you go to Product Hunt. You go to Product Hunt, you'll find like tons and tons of different. You'll find a lot of different like tools that are like this. So some are cheaper, some more expensive. I like Jasper personally because it's kind of been honed in. They kind of like they fine-tuned it, and they're also enhancing their AI models in the background. So it's become smarter and smarter as I've been using it. Hey, and if anybody has any questions, if I'm going too fast, or if you want me to go over something again, I can see the comment section. So just let me know, and I'll slow down and I'll rewind the tape. But okay, so first of all, I just want to show you how insane this is, right? So I'm not sure how much of the screen you can see. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. AI is on a level where now it does most of the thinking. It can create entire sentences and entire thoughts and entire like bodies of text out of a few words. So I'm taking this phrase right here. Pay per call is the future of marketing. This is all I'm gonna put in here. I'm gonna put it. The tone is gonna put excited. Actually, silly. Actually, I'm gonna do excited and silly. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm gonna start off from this simple is because I want you guys to see how powerful this is, right? I'm gonna click generate. And just using these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9 words, it created this sentence for me. The future of marketing is pay-per-call. This means that your businesses only have to pay for the calls they receive, make a more cost-effective way to advertise. This is what AI is coming up with. Here's another one. Phone calls are the future of marketing. No missed opportunities for call tracking. Marketers rejoice. Now you get to, like, what it can do is absolutely amazing. And this is going to be really useful for a lot of the creators out there, the people who create content out there, who get stuck. We've kind of put ourselves in a position where, I know a lot of people find like ad copies and they kind of remix it. With AI, you no longer have to remix, or if you're gonna remix it, you can remix it in a way that is very effective for your campaign. What's this on? I see something. I've never yeah, I'm pretty. That's fun. Well, I'm at a library. Okay, so check this out. The reason why I want to here's what I want to get into. I know for myself, there are times where like I'm creating tons and tons and tons of ad copies, right? For instance, let me pull up ad manager. Let me see. I got a lot of tabs open. So you're sitting at Facebook all day, right? And you have to come up with primary text. You have to come up with the headlines. You have to come up with just descriptions. And right now, I'm looking at a dynamic ad on Facebook. So you can put multiple headlines, right? And Facebook will kind of sort it out to see which one works best for, your campaign objective. But sometimes we get stuck on here, right? Like I have a bunch of Spanish ad copies right now. And sometimes I'll add one of these in there and I'll just change some words here, there, But with AI, we can do this dynamically now and it will do it on the fly for us. So check this out. I'm going to use this example that we've used for Medicare before. This was on the news last night. My friend also called me this morning and told me about it. All I did is call my zip. All I did was enter my zip code, and now I'm getting $2,800 in help for paying for food and help paying for food. Okay, I'm gonna have this is called the ADA framework. This is a marketing model that's really, really old school, right? It's what you do is you create attention, interest, desire, and action. These new AI tools can actually do this for us. So all I did was took one of my previous ad copies, my product descriptions for Medicare, for one of my Medicare ads, and now I'm going to remix it using this AI tool called I'm using Jasper. I'm going to use the ADA framework, and watch how amazing this is. Give it a second. Okay, so I did it in Spanish by accident, but that's another thing I'm gonna get into. This is how even more amazing this tool is. I'm gonna do it in English first because I know a lot of my friends here on this live do ads for a less shoe salesman. I'm gonna have to do that. Already sold captain. Okay, so check this out. Right here on the left hand side, I put in for the product description. I put this was on the news last night. My friend also called me this morning and told me about it. And what Jasper did for me is it created an ADA breakdown, right? So here we go. I'm just gonna start with the second one. Attention, you might be eligible for Medicare. So that's the headline, right? The interest, millions of people are now eligible for Medicare. It's the government health insurance program that helps seniors and people with disabilities pay for healthcare, and it can help you. Desire, if you're like most people, you probably have a lot of questions about Medicare. And action, click this ad to learn more about how Medicare can help you and find out if you qualify. This was done automatically. I did not have to do any additional work for this. Here's the same thing in Spanish. I'm not going to try to read it in Spanish, but from what I've talked to from my colleagues at the office, this translates perfectly. It translates with the right tone and uses the right vernacular. And this is how powerful these tools are, right? So let's do another one. Let's do something crazy. Like let's not do Medicare. Let's do pay-per-call, right? Let's do let's do that. Are you?
Wait a second. Let me jump in real quick. So you're telling me that that you can write in English and this will translate it into Spanish and remix it for you?
Absolutely, fluently. Now, Carlos, tell me, can you read this second one for me? Does that make logical sense in terms of
Which one?
So let's see if I can zoom in.
Ya, there you go. Necesita ayuda para pagar los alimentos. Medicare acaba de anunciar que repartirá $2.800 para ayudar a las personas mayores a comprar la comida. Si usted es una persona mayor y vive en Estados Unidos, puede optar a este dinero. Todo lo que tiene que hacer es introducir su código postal en nuestra página web. Wow, it's very accurate. Y nosotros nos encargaremos del resto. Recibirá sus mensajes en las próximas semanas. Para comida, para alimentos que desee. Haga clic en este anuncio, introduzca su código postal, a ver si usted puede acogerse a este programa. All right, so let me go back. As far as like, is it correctly written Spanish? It is. All right, and it's a pretty good, I gotta say, it's pretty good copy. Might be a little too pushy and misleading, so you might have to like edit it a little bit. But
Right.
as far as the copy goes, it's solid. It's properly written in Spanish. Right. Yeah.
And so here's the thing with that, right? So the more information you put into this description, the more it's going to be able to give you something back, right? So right now, if I wanted to add much more detail, it would give me more details. Like what I put in there was just, it was pretty clickbaity. But at the end of the day, though, the fact that we now have tools to help us get past this point where a lot of us marketers get stuck, which is, I don't know what to say, or I'm not sure what headline to use, or how do I generate interest? Like this right here solves a lot of our problems. Now, here's the one thing I don't want people to do is get stuck and relying on this, because you don't want to rely on this. A good marketer is going to have this is just going to be a tooling and tool set, but to have tools that can develop ad copies like this, especially using ADA framework, or to be able to just come up with bodies of text for our creatives, it makes our life so much easier, right? So let me do another example. We're gonna do that. Are you do you have more than $15,000? How would I word that? Do you have more than $15,000 in debt? Are you in debt more than, put this way, are you in debt for more than $15,000? Debt for more than $15,000. If so, call us today. We have a solution for you. Super generic, right? Super generic. Debt relief. Again, I'm going to generate. Give it a second. And here we go. So this is using the IDA framework. Now I'm going to show you some other frameworks in a moment. Attention. So this would be like the headline. Do you feel like debt has taken over your life? Interest. You are not alone. Millions of people are in the same boat as you, but there's hope. Debt relief can come get you fun. So it's using debt relief as my product name. But I can put anything in there, right? It would use that as your company name. So that's what you want to inject your company. But debt relief can help you get your finances back and track and provide you with a plan to become debt-free. Desire. Imagine a life would be without debt weighing you down every day. This is genius, guys. This is like a whole nother level of genius, because it takes so much off your shoulders in terms of coming up with these creatives. So think about this. Debt relief can make a dream a reality. We have helped countless people get out of debt, and we can do the same for you. All it takes is one phone call to start your journey to financial freedom. Bro. Tell me that's not bananas. that's bananas. Like, this is really truly amazing. Like, and again, this is just the beginning of this, because what we're able to do now is, as this is actually being able to create ads for us, we can also use it to create to converse and text. So Chat GPT is something I'm going to get into later. I don't have everything set up for that today, but next time I do this, which is it's going to be soon, I'll be able to show you how amazing the chatbot is in terms of understanding and responding to messages. Now these tools have a lot of different options. Like if you want to do a company bio, you want to do something creative for like I like this one, explain it to a kid. Like, so they're using open house. Maybe is this text selectable? I don't have text right here to remix, but you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll grab something from the ad library, because I wanted to do this before anyway. So I don't know whose campaign this is. If this is yours, I apologize. We never do shade at publishers, but I'm gonna take the context and I'm gonna explain it in a 6th grade level, right? And sometimes you need to do this for your campaigns. You got to simplify it. So this is breaking health insurance plans for low-income Americans. So here we go. Some good news. If you're a low-income American, you might be eligible for free health insurance thanks to a new law that Congress passed this week. It takes everything that we put in here and simplified it, super simple, and to an 8th grade level or 6th grade level. I often do this with some of my longer texts that might be confusing, or my technical text that might be confusing, because it simplifies it for me in a way that makes it so that anybody can understand it. Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Christina. And again, guys, this is just the beginning of the way we can use it. Now, here's one thing I like to do. Sometimes I'll find text like I just did from Ad Library, right? I know, sometimes, people bootleg a lot of text. We just take it from other ads, and not saying that we do that, but it happens sometimes, right? They have this mode called Content Summarizer. No, that's not the one I want. There's one in here that allows me to pretty much remake the text. Hold on a second. Actually, I can probably use this one right here. No, that's not the one I want to use. But they have tools that it's going to allow us to take the content that we have and actually remix it in a way so it's not like plagiarizing the previous ad. Where is it at? There's so many different ones here. Here's another big one while I'm looking for this. Oh, here we go. Ooh. I'm going to take this ad we have here and I'm going to rewrite it. Let's do it in Spanish, which I didn't mean to do. English. Here it is. So it's kind of thrown off because it has these, these different characters in there. But again, affordable health insurance plans, thanks to the new healthcare law. Some of America's biggest providers are now issuing health insurance plans, and it takes the text that we have here and it remixes it for us. Again, guys, this is super, super, super useful for us in terms of creators, just because it allows us to get past that crunch. Let's say you have to do 40, 50 ads, right? And you're doing it not using dynamic text. Does Jasper link up to retargeting campaigns? I'm not sure. But what I am using is I'm going to show you. I don't know if I want to give out too much source right now, but I am using a tool like on Jasper. There's a lot of tools that have API endpoints, right? So I am using some of these for I'm using one of these services to make dynamic pages, but dynamic landing pages. So based on the person who's landing on the page, coming from information that we have from Facebook, it will translate the information from them from a perspective of a male or a female, Spanish or English. And the more information I'm able to acquire about the person landing on the page, it will be able to dynamically create the page for the person. So every page that they see is going to be dynamic and unique. So it's something I'm working on, like behind the scene. I'm using this site called CARRD.co, which is a great platform for building out like super simple landing pages. So I can let me see if I can. So it looks weird on this. It looks weird from here. But again, I want to create. You can use it for creating like these headlines and this body of text that you need for your website. My goal is to actually use AI to completely dynamically create all this. I want all this to be created dynamically, and it's going to be based on, again, from a male female perspective, Spanish or English, and the more information I'm able to acquire about somebody, the better it'll be able to model a page after them. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys like a tease and a sneak peek into this world. I know I use it every single day now. I use it for a lot of things. I use my favorite tools right now in terms of AI is I use Jasper. I use one called Hey Friday, which is this one right here. It helps me with creating like awesome like headlines for Facebook ads and LinkedIn ads and things of that nature. So if you needed to have for instance like Google AdWords or your Google ads, it gives you the short 10-word or 12-word summaries of one of your ads. Healthcare just got more affordable for 25 million Americans. Like these types of headlines, sometimes you get stuck on. I use a tool called Hey Friday like this. That's how I use this tool, Hey Friday. What else do I got here? But yeah, that's all I really wanted to get into, Carlos. I really just wanted to I just wanted to tease everyone about these tools. And here's the thing, they're really affordable. Most of these tools, you can get them for less than $40-50 a month. It will save you so much time and energy, just being more productive and getting more creatives out. The next wave also is going to be creating visual text, maybe creating here we go, starting to create artwork. Like if I've seen some pretty impressive artwork created using AI tools now for your ads. Like, a family holding, a family of 3, elderly family holding their kids, and it will come up with the graphics for you. I'm not going to try to do it right here because it's really a lot of you got to play around with the text a little bit. But these tools also do this. They create the images for you. So I think it's a great new world that we're in terms of content creation and copy, creating like ad copy. And I think it's something that I think you guys should be definitely checking out. So this website is called Jasper.ai. You can get a trial for 5 days. Check it out. Carlos.
That's what's up. I also use it, but I haven't used AI yet to write my ad copies and stuff because I use like Ads Cook and other programs that will spin it, but it won't spin it to the level that AI does. You will have to manually write it.
Right.
But what I do use is I use AI to a lot of things. So let me share real quick my screen. I want to show you a tool that I currently use. It's called Berkley. Give me a second. So it's a nice little plugin. You can see it's in the bottom of my screen right here. So once you install the plugin, it's called Berkley, right? So let's say that I just type in Google AI news and I'll go to news right here. And I can see the news. So here, I click on this one. It's new AI chatbot is scary good. And then there's a whole article about it. And stuff like that. So what I can do is I can just come to my tool right here and I can get an executive summary. And then what this is going to do is it's going to tell me what the article is about. And it's going to give me the 3 takeaways. And also it will give me a counter thing, right? So here's that. This article discusses the implications of new AI text generation, ChatGPT, which is potentially to create convincing stories, jokes, and poetry. And you can see here, ChatGPT displays AI power and fun, but it also raises concerns on truth and fiction. AI text generators can create convincing falsehoods, which could be used to spread conspiracy theories and propaganda. Educators and buses may have bum bum bum. And here's the counter arguments. OpenAI is working to address feedback and prevent chat from spewing out false information. AI text generator can be used to right. So this is pretty much the tool that I use to do stuff like that. And then you can also use it to do a lot more. So if you come here and click on others, it just opened a different screen, but you can do other things, such as what Micah just mentioned. The easy of this is that you can do it straight from your browser, so it makes things a little bit simpler. Hold on, let me reshare my screen so you guys can see now what I'm seeing. So give me a second.
Yeah, so what Carlos is demonstrating is that, like with these new AI tools, it's almost like having an assistant with you at all times now, because you can either remix text that you see on our screen. You can use it, like I use a tool called Grammarly, which makes sure that everything I type online is always proper, like the grammar is proper, right? And it's always suggesting other ways to say it and things of that nature. And it uses AI also. A lot of these tools actually, I think Jasper is one of them, plugs into Grammarly, but like again, like what Carlos is showing, look at this, has executive summaries. I mean, look, this is amazing that you have all this at your fingertips from a right click.
Yeah, so I use this a lot to write emails.
Absolutely.
So I'll be like, congratulate Micah in such an amazing live stream. For example, today, tell him we are looking forward to more in the near future. Keep it warm and friendly, right? And then I'll click run and it'll pretty much write the email for me that I can just copy and paste. Let's see what it comes back with. I'm gonna give it a second.
And what's impressive is it it creates so much text for you. It's not like it's just coming up with just like a sentence or a couple sentences here. It creates a full body of text, you know, that with the intro, with the body, with the ending, and it ends with a salutation. Carlos has actually shown me this tool before, and I've watched it work, and it's pretty damn amazing. You know,
Yeah, I don't know why it's so slow today. Error with engine. Oh wow, that sucks. It's usually super fast. I don't know why it's so slow. Maybe because we're live streaming, but I don't think that will have
I don't
anything
know.
to do with it.
But one thing I can say is that I've seen the output of this, what Carlos is about to show you, and
Yeah.
it's
pretty
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
You can also do the same thing, right? Like you can reword stuff. But I'm not sure why. Maybe I have to restart my computer or something. But not sure why it's being super slow. It's an amazing tool. You definitely should check it out. But there's an error with the engine. It's probably I gotta update it. It's in its early beta stages.
right?
This is it. If you want to find out more about it, actually, let me just share this video and it will give you a little bit more information. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to stop the share real quick and I'm gonna reshare it again. This time you're gonna be able to see.
And here's the thing: while Carlos is explaining this, guys, like this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like when I say that these tools are doing some super amazing things, like you're gonna be hearing about Chat GPT probably for the next couple of weeks because it's beyond just what we think of a regular chat box. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of this app. It's called Replica. Replica is an app that's based on Chat GPT where kids talk to it. Like people talk to it every day, and it's almost like they're having a best friend that they talk to. It's an app that super popular. It's probably not heard about anybody else in our age range, but like the younger demographic uses it heavy, and it's become like almost a best friend for these kids. And it speaks to them, and it takes all the data in from like the previous conversation, and it takes information in from like current events, and it allows them to have like a relevant, distinctive like conversation that seems so human. And that's the future of this. Like Chat GPT is the engine that is based on, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. If you get a chance, look more. You can research it more. It's available for free, I believe. You can test it out for free. Another great website is called OpenAI. OpenAI has some amazing. I mean, a lot of the big tools are based on OpenAI. So it's the big engine, like it's the big model that a lot of these big websites use. Let me see. Another one is called Replicate. Now, if you're doing a lot of stuff with images, Replicate is super amazing because what it allows you to do is allows you to enhance images in some way. So let's say you have a low quality image. Let's say we find something on Google. Let's go to the ad library. It's find like an elderly family. Like, so we'll type Medicare, elderly, right? But the image quality is terrible. Or like, we find an image just like, let me see if I can find something. I don't like to do things in real time like this, but let's see. Open image, new tab. Okay, let's say we needed this image in a lot. This is not a good image. I want something better than this. I'm just trying to find any image at this point. But what these tools allow you to do is it will enhance the image in a way that is just mind blowing. It allows you to like take the quality of this image and just supersize it. Open image, new tab. Okay, this is a pretty good image here. So I'm gonna save image as. All right. So I'm gonna come to Replica, Now this is based on, so this replicate is a Explorer is a tool that people can upload their AI models to it, and you can run it in the cloud instead of running it on your computer. And what's so powerful, what makes it so powerful is like you could do everything. You can do diffusion models where you're taking text and images and like you're remixing them. You can do image to text models where like it will take an image and turn it to word. Like there's so much you can do with this, right? And this is just on the image side. We're not even, and the way it's relevant to people who are doing pay-per-call and advertising is you can take images and restore them to a level where it's good for your purposes. Like you say, I was looking for, let's just do it. Let me find a really bad image on I'm gonna find a really bad image on Google. Google with the images. Okay. I know I'm looking at the time. All right, I'm gonna try to keep this 5 more minutes for myself. But elderly couple. Right. Here we go. This right here. Now that's a good quality image. What I'm looking for. Nice. Ultimately, I'll just show you what it does. Let me find something super low quality. I think I can go to size. I think I can make it medium. It's showing me all great images. So what you would do in my situation, I have it up right here. You click upload the image, and it will enhance it for you. You see how it should be pretty quick. So now the image it's a lot. You probably can't tell from the live stream. This is what it looked like before. This is what it looks like after. You can see the image, you can see the words much more better. I use all these tools, as I said, it's part of my toolkit. So when I need to put an ad together, I need to put a creative together, and the image quality is crappy, and Facebook wants a higher quality of it, or you just want to have a higher quality of it, you can use AI tools in this manner to enhance your images, just like you use these AI tools to enhance your text, or you can use the AI tool for the chat box. Copy AI is amazing. I love Copy AI. Listen, there's so many of them. I would have to do a 2 hour live stream to really cover all these different tools. Again, the reason why I just want to share what's out there is because I want just to whet your palate. I'm like, okay, these are things that I can use right now to optimize my creatives and optimize my workflow in terms of creating content for myself and for for whatever I may be doing. Let's say you're running a landing page and you just want to have all the text created for your landing page. They have tools. They have a model for that. Like if you're having issues just trying to figure out how should I word this, you can get like 4 or 5 different variations of that for your landing page. And you can test it, right? You can use tools that will test A/B test your landing pages and see which is the best performing. And you can use these models here to help you build those out. So consider it like an assistant for your creative process. And I want to get stuck on having them available to you. Like I won't get stuck on. Don't get stuck with these, right? Because I found myself almost getting stuck using these. But like use it as a part of your process to just push yourself along and just put out more content, put better creatives out. Any questions?
I wanted to show this real quick. So what I did is I reloaded because I needed to restart my computer real quick. And let me show you now what I was trying to show earlier, which is this tool, which is downloaded. I have it as a Chrome, and then I also have it downloaded as a Chrome plugin and download it into my computer as well. So if I come here and write email, right? So I'm like, short email to congratulate Micah on the live stream today. We appreciate everything he shares with our audience, right? Just keep it short. Let me just fix this. Is that? We appreciate. Can't even type appreciate. So you know what? Forget it. Forget it. a really short email to the live stream today, and I'll click run. And it should take about a second or two before it goes in and spits out a copy that I can just copy and paste into an email and send it over. So let's give it a second right now, and it should write a copy just about now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so you can see here, I can just click copy. Congratulations on the live stream, dear Micah. I wanted to take a moment to congratulate you on the live stream today. You did an amazing job, and I was so impressed with your performance. You had the audience captivated, and your energy was infectious. I'm so proud of you, and I'm sure you will continue to have success.
This is wild. It's a wild world we live in. This is
done, buddy.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing that we can do this now.
So I can copy this, right? And I can come back and be like, you know what? Can you rewrite it for me? So type it in here, and I'll dump in this thing, and I can run it, and it will give me like a whole different version of that. I mean, there's tons I can do with this. So here's new versions being, come out. You demonstrated it was remarkable. It was truly by your presentation. Boom, 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 boom. Here's another copy, and so on. Now, let me show you the full potential of this tool real quick, and it's going to take about 2 minutes for you guys to watch this video, so give me a second.
Hey everybody, Trung here. Very excited to show you an AI-powered research tool I've been working on. It's called Berkley AI. So it augments your reading and your writing. It helps you retain more knowledge when you read, helps you write faster. And now let me cut to the chase and show you how. You hit Command-Shift-P, and this gives you immediate access to all the OpenAI text tools. So if you've heard of OpenAI and GPT-3, the large language model, but I've never used it, this is a solution for you. And I'll tell you why this even came about. I've known about OpenAI's various AI lazy tools. Like I default to 1 or 2 things. I didn't want to deal with 30 tabs, 30 logins. So me and a former colleague named Parm, we decided to create that solution. So when you hit Command-Shift-P, this problem comes down and gives you all the OpenAI GPT-3 actions that you could use just from their website, but this is way quicker, way easier, less friction. So for example, you feed this a body of text and you'll get a counter argument option, spits out a counter argument. You can ask it to summarize text. You can ask it to do the grammar correction. The viral stuff that you've probably seen is you give it like a 1-sentence prompt and it writes a whole essay for you. That's on here. The ones that we think are really interesting is some stuff that people use every day. One's called continuation, where you feed it a body of text that you're writing, and it will give you 3 further paragraph options. All 3 are original, all 3 are different. And then there's a headline writer, which will write a punchy headline for you, or like a social text for Instagram or Twitter. It's punchy, it's copywriting style. So why don't we give you an example of the continuation tool here? Let's say I'm writing my newsletter, which I am here for tomorrow, and I'm a little bit stuck, and I got a little bit of writer's block. I hit Command-Shift-P, I throw in the continuation tool, the body of text there, and I run it. Now it's going to spit out 3 original and different ideas to keep me going. I don't know if I will use any of them, but if I choose to or not, at the very minimum, it's got me thinking about where I could potentially take the article. I think those writing tools could be used every single day. Now I'm going to show you the reading augmentation stuff, which is really crazy. Now, another part of Berkley AI, which I think is kind of the killer app because it's something that I've been using every day. You have this icon that just sits in the bottom right of any web page that you're reading, and it gives you instant summaries of anything you're reading, right? So you click in the bottom right there, and you hit exec summary, and it's going to spit out a summary, 3 key takeaways, and a counter argument. That's key. So I'll be honest with you. I've been using this for about a week and a bit now, and the counter argument part has just really got my brain juices going. This is kind of like the next paragraph stuff where it helps you with the ideation process.
There you guys go. I just wanted to share that real quick so everybody can see that. And then let's take the next few minutes to answer any questions. So we have one here that says, what was the AI you say that speaks?
Well, it uses chat. There's a few different chatbots that are vocal chatbots that use Chat GPT, which is now open to the public. I don't. I gotta Google search them. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look one up while I'm talking in the background. But they're based off Chat GPT, which is the new big guy in town.
Got it. So I'm sure there's just a Google search away. At least you know now where to look
Yeah,
if you are into creating contextual conversations using AI. It's pretty cool. Pretty
it's
cool.
good. Again, like Carlos, man. Like I know sometimes, like for instance, with AdCook,
Hmm.
AdCook has the ability to remix some of our creatives, but
Yeah.
like for us to be able to tell like one of these tools to come up with 15 different variations of this text. Each one of them is different, and we can test them. We can just throw them on to AdCook, and then AdCook can remix those.
Yeah.
So we have it's amazing on what we can do now, and it makes it so you don't have any excuses. Like I got stuck, I didn't know what to create. Like it gets you out of that mode where you now have a tool available in your suite of tools to help you get past that, and also come up with some pretty damn convincing ads.
Yeah, I think it's a phenomenal tool. And the other tools that I mentioned that you can also plug in are also great because it's like everyday part of every day. Like, like how can, let's say, like, you're jumping into a new vertical, right? And then when you're jumping into a new vertical, you might not know a lot of that about that vertical. So you go into the research phase, right? That you
Right.
start researching this vertical. What is it about? What angles can I use? So using AI tools, such as the ones you mentioned, and they can be great because, like, you can, for example, I can come here and start looking at the new Tylenol. It's not new, but the Tylenol lawsuit for autism. And then I can read this whole thing, right? Or like I said, I can just come here and just give me an executive summary. And maybe this is not the best example, but we're just going to do it on the fly. And it kind of, this one is not working, but it will kind of summarize the text, right? If I'm doing like Tylenol autism lawsuit, because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna run a mass tour, and I want to learn more about it. So I will definitely you will look into articles that you want to read, and then that will be a great tool if you don't want to read the whole thing and you just want to get an executive summary that you can do so.
Right.
So the AI tools, they come in very handy, very, very handy on everyday use, not just to write ad copies or emails or create chat bots, but also to augment your reading, right?
Right.
And absorb information faster. So when you read this whole article, or I can just read the takeaways here, which is this article discusses the Tylenol autism class action lawsuit that has been certified in federal court and the medical research linking autism and acetaminophen. I can't pronounce that. So key takeaways: there is a Tylenol class action lawsuit in New York that will house uh, all the lawsuits filed in federal court. There's strong medical research. Walmart is seeking dismissal of the Tylenol autism lawsuit against them. So maybe I can use a Walmart angle. Counter arguments. Walmart is arguing that the warnings on the products were regulated by FDA and it could not be unilateral change. The Tylenol plaintiff contend that the applicable federal laws and regulations did allow Walmart to voluntarily add. So it seems like Walmart is linking to this somehow, right? So and then you can use this tool, like I said, to absorb information faster. So instead of, this seems like the same article, but you can just be like, give me an executive summary, and then just one click away, you can copy and paste it, send it to your team. They're like, look, this is a new campaign that we're thinking about running. This is some, key takeaways, this is some counter arguments, and then they can run with it instead of sending just a whole bunch of links. So see, now I know that this lawsuit was certified in October 2022. And the basis for this new lawsuit is news and research that use the popular painkiller Tylenol. Walmart has filed a motion to dismiss. We already knew that. So there you go. Here the counter arguments. Number two, the plaintiff's Tylenol attorneys filed a response in opposition to the motion, arguing the FDA regulation express permitted Walmart to make a voluntary change in the warning label. There you go. So you can use a lot of this in everyday uses, not just in pay per call, but just in general.
Right.
Uh, to to get things done faster and absorb information faster and generate information faster as well.
Carlos, I just if you could flip to my screen real quick. I just took a screen grab of what you were doing.
Mhm.
So I took on. Did you take Tylenol while pregnant? I just got this from this page right here.
Yep.
Right. I threw it into the IDA framework. If you took Tylenol while pregnant and your child was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder or ADHD, contact this. There's a potential link between Tylenol used during pregnancy. Like, this is the entire copy right now. Like, this is just made for us. This on the fly. We want to help families who may have been affected by this potential link. If you took Tylenol while pregnant and your child was diagnosed with disorder, please contact us. We may be able to provide you with information and resources that can help you navigate this difficult time. Please call, and here's the action. Please call our toll-free number or visit our website to learn how we can help you more. I mean, this is genius, guys. This is absolutely genius. That, like, Carlos just brought this up 2 minutes ago.
Yep. That's the ad copy right there.
That's the ad copy right there. It's done. It's done for you already. Again, don't get addicted to it, and don't make this the only tool you use. I mean, I want you to also mentally, write these up on your own. But this allows you to create the entire ad copy and the entire campaign for you. This is done right here. Right, here's another one. We are conducting research on a potential link between Tylenol and use during pregnancy. And this, if you took Tylenol while pregnant, we would like to. This is for studies. This is a little bit different, but like all the ad copies here. And if you want to go to Spanish, Carlos, I think you'll be able to co-sign this. I'm gonna just pull this up in Spanish and let me know if it makes logical sense. Give it a second. Give it a second. Give it a second. So let me pull this over. Carlos, does this make logical sense on a Spanish level? I don't know what this is. Oops, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let me read it real quick. Can you zoom it again, like how you had it?
Is it? Hold on. Is it not zoomed in?
It is now. I apologize. Hold on. Let's see what it says right there. Atención. Si tomó Tylenol durante el embarazo y a su hijo se le diagnosticó posteriormente un trastorno del espectro de autista, pónganse en contacto con nosotros. Existe una relación potencial entre el uso del Tylenol durante el embarazo y el desarrollo de trastorno del espectro de autismo. Estamos interesados en hablar con cualquier persona que haya tomado este medicamento durante el embarazo. Si tiene alguna forma, puede ayudarnos a avanzar en nuestra investigación sobre esta posición. Yeah, this is spot on. Like, that's correct. It's properly written.
Right.
And it makes sense.
So,
yeah.
This guys, this is a huge plug today. I don't know, Carlos really we're hooking you up today because I think you guys don't understand. This is going to really help you move a lot of your creatives forward. And if you want to get into a new vertical, like Carlos has said, this is an easy way to jump into this. We have the tools available to us now that there's no excuses. You have no excuses now not to get in a new vertical. You have no excuses now to say, oh, I need more time to do some more research on this. AI tools are helping you it's literally walking you through the process now, and I can make multiple ad creatives off of this now, and I can, just get the right images and just put the money behind it, get your paper call. Now, if you guys become a millionaire because of this, reach out to Carlos and us because we take donations. We like donations. So if you become a millionaire overnight because of one of these AI tools, definitely hit us up.
Yeah, we want to be invited to
at least the boat party, right?
To the celebration. Yeah, for sure.
Bring us out. They got.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty dope. Like, by now, you guys know that you can use AI to create conversations, create ad copy, create executive summaries, write emails, pretty much everyday uses. Even also use it with images. And, a lot of popular apps that we use every day, such as, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, they already have AI features that will go ahead and grab your picture and add some type of filter, which is AI, to enhance that image. And now we're seeing images being completely created through AI protocols. Right. So you guys, if you're in the digital marketing space, this is something that you might want to pay attention to because this is going to raise the bar to a new level. So just like when, nanotechnology was introduced, right? How it raised the bar to a new level. So this is going to do pretty much the same for everything that we read, the way that we interact online, and what we see, the content that we consume is going to be greatly affected by AI and the people behind it using AI to create the content. So I think that's pretty much everything for today. We've been on for an hour. Any last words? Boom. This was a great Money Making Monday session. Carlos, what programs do you guys recommend to go from 0 to 6-figure monthly in profits with pay-per-call if we have the system and funding to scale? So it's not much about the system and the funding scales, it's understanding what you do and executing with precision. So to go from 0 to 6 figures a month, is it doable? Yes, it is doable. Plenty of people have done it, but plenty of people have not done it. So, and it comes down to the execution and the speed that you learn or the experience that you have. So I always make this analogy that, you can have the funding and the system in place to buy a jet, but that doesn't qualify you to be a pilot and fly the jet. You can hire a pilot,
Right.
but if you want to fly yourself, then you have to go through that first before you even consider taking off or landing. Thanks for this. Anytime we do this so we can share what we know with whoever is watching and they can use it to make an impact and change in their career and life ultimately. So if you guys enjoy this, then, you guys at least, give it a
Share it.
thumbs up or share it. That would be great. Great call, Clayton. Appreciate it, buddy. Where do I buy custom Carlos pictures like the one in the background? For sure. We'll share the link and you guys can go and check out the artist. And this was done by Marta, and she makes amazing paintings. You should definitely check it out. Carlos, is Medicare paused completely after this weekend? So we have 3 days left, December 8th. Shut off your campaigns. If you're smart, then you hopefully started already looking into other campaigns. Hint, final expense, because those agents that were selling Medicare, now they need to sell something else. So did I say final expense? I'm pretty sure I did. Great show. My pleasure. This is Adam. Adam, what's going on?
What's up, Adam?
Appreciate you being here.
Christina.
Christina, thank you. Thank you so much. Carlos, just saw your new drop about building assets. Will you be covering this soon? And how can you learn more? Yeah, of course. I talk about this all the time. And I bring Micah and other industry leaders to talk about this all the time. You should be building assets because at the end of the day, the assets that you build for yourself are the assets that you're going to own and you're going to be able to monetize, sell, or do whatever you want. If you're still in an agency model and you're still building stuff for your clients, you got to reconsider your choices. Guys, that's all for today. I would love to get a round of applause for Micah for sharing all this information for free without charging anybody. You can watch this anytime on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook. Download it, watch it again. The info is there, buddy. You just got to take it into your hands and make something out of it. That's all for today. Thank you so much, Micah. Thank you.
See you guys at the top. Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right.
See you guys soon.
See you guys on the next one. Peace.